I'm gonna turn that on. I'll take some Advil. Refresh. Turn this down. Sound down. No, it's not anything big. It's just a Monday. You know how it goes. For some reason, I have a headache today. Just in the bed. Don't have to go to work till 3. I know it's been like a whole week or something like that. Maybe like since Monday or Tuesday. These are like 200. Just on my laptop. It's really cold today. It's raining like maybe like 70% outside. So maybe like 4. I don't go to work till 3, so that's why I'm like a little bit on my things I need to put on as far as with days that are coming up and what's going on with my jobs and vehicles and stuff like that. But I do need to take some Advil. So from the last live I did, I told you guys that I had 2 jobs, right? So usually on my second job and my first job, I would do today. But my second job in Livermore, I would start today at 5 in the morning, but I didn't go. Okay, and there's a reason for that. It has nothing to do with me having a headache because it just started having a headache like an hour ago. This fucking laptop is like repeating me. And you know, I'm only on just on this YouTube because I'm just trying to get my hours. My hours and my subscribers, you know, they slowly going up, but um I don't know, we'll see. I'm just gonna do this until I get monetized, and then after that it'll just be like, I don't know. I did do a little like video recording. I was eating some crab. I'm gonna upload that one. I steamed up a whole cooked crab. I wanted to show you guys something that I got from Ross. It's a heating pad. See this heating pad? It's a heating pad. So remember that Ross bag that I showed you guys that was inside that bag? Let me go get it. I just finally kind of opened some of my stuff that was in here. So we're gonna sit on the bed. I know, I guess I'm still blocked in other people's channels. I try to just say thank you for you know, the promotion and the subscribe video that a YouTuber person has posted and greeted me, a shout out. So I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I guess it didn't come out to that part where that person kind of read it, and I'm trying to at least say thank you again for the second time and try to do that on his live. And I guess I'm blocked, so I guess you're just gonna keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing, but I just wanted to say thank you again. Um, so this is like some of the stuff. So I've been working every day since last Sunday. So today's Monday, but not just yesterday, last Monday. So I've been working, 5 a.m. all the way to 7 p.m. at night on certain days. Um, so Monday, like today, I was supposed to work at 5 a.m., but I didn't show up. Today, I texted the manager telling her that the training days was okay, but I figured that some of the days that when I was training, there was a little bit of some complications with the person that was training me. This is the heating pad. It's by Bliss. I don't know if you guys can see that good, but it's by Ross. I got it from Ross. It's a large electric heating pad. It's by Bliss, and this was 50. I mean, I spent all of this stuff was $50. You know what I'm saying? So I got that, and this is like a little. I have one of these on the floor already, but it's gray. It's a gray color. It's a much larger size. This one is more like a little mini size kind of. It's more like for this one you could lay like in front of the toilet seat. The larger one is like where you would put like right next to the bathtub when you take out, like you jump out of the tub and then you put your feet on the rug. So this is basically the much smaller version, the one that goes in front of the toilet bowl, and it is got little glittery shine to it. The one that I got on the floor, let me show you guys. I just have my laptop right here too because I do have to work on an updated resume. I do want to include the job that I do for part-time into another job that I want to get hired by as a full-time. It's closer to my place because Livermore is 30 minutes away. Actually, like 30 minutes away from where I live at. If I drive like 60 miles, 65, it's 30 minutes. But if I drive 75 miles, it'll be like 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I have a gray one. See how I have a gray one? But the gray one is like a large size, okay? So that one goes on my floor. So when I take a shower, I put my feet on this and it wipes my feet down when I take a shower. You know, I'm talking about who man. Something like that. And so that gray one, I'll probably give that one away because I want to put my pink one right here, smaller. So my heating pad's been kind of helping me at night. I don't have to turn on the heater. It's just a little, like one of these. It's like a little gadget that you, so this is the on and off. It has like, so the 1, 2, 3, the default's on 3. And that is for the timing you, or actually, no, this is the setting of how much heat you want. So 3 is not that, there's a 1 to 6, and then the 6 is the hottest, and 3 is in the middle. So 1, you can't really feel anything, but like 3 is like where you would feel something, and then 6 is like where it's hot, where you're kind of like, oh my God, like it's hot, But yeah, I like to have this, so I've been using that. I was kind of trying to stay off YouTube because I felt like having 2 jobs is not going to allow me to get ready at certain times when I have to stay on my toes and not, be late at these places. Okay. More stuff here. I got me a little snowflake mini waffle maker. Okay. This was, see how it makes snowflakes. It's by Rise. Oh, well, it's called Rise, but it's by Dash. So I knew Dash name brand for a long time, ever since it came out, and it was like one of my like most interested kind of like thing that I was wanting to like have as an appliances in my part of like what I keep. um so I got this for me in the kitchen, my little heating pad. Let's see, in here. Okay, everything is from Ross. Okay, everything is from Ross. So little makeup bag. This is just to kind of like put a little something for, I guess, people that's scrolling up on YouTube to kind of just check out some stuff, get them kind of like motivated to like go outside and buy gifts for, their I don't know, their family, their siblings, their friends, stuff like that. Because sometimes people just kind of get lazy and kind of just, what I'm saying, sit back. But this is a little Barbie. See the little how do you say it, logo. I did that on one of my friend's nails. I tried to, but I did two of them on each finger. The first one was bad. The second one turned out a little bit better. But this is like a heating glove. So it's a hair. So uh like a styler wand that heats up um like a straightener. What's it called? Like a curling iron, but it's not a curling iron, it's a straightening iron. So you use this glove, right? So you could use it so you won't get burnt on the iron. And then they have clips too, something like this, little girls and stuff like that they've used. But this was $4.99. Yeah, and these prices, like this was $4.99. Like I don't buy high prices kind of things, and they're always like little stuff that I could use. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to buy like high price item type stuff and everything like that. Like everything that you'll see is and then I got this for the kitchen. It's a potato masher. I was trying to mash my little yucca potato root. I mean yucca root, and it's like a masher. It was only $2.99. So basically I'm getting things that I could really like use, you know what I'm saying? Not just to kind of like, okay, I want that, I want that, I want that. No, it's things that I could use, like especially like this heating pad. Like I knew I was like going to need this, you know what I'm saying, to try and cover me. It also says here um that it's I forgot what it did say. It says pain and sore muscle relief. And then it says like it helps the back or something like that. Like if you lay this on the bed and you lay on your back, supposedly it's supposed to like help that part. But I'm thinking like I don't feel like I want to go to sleep laying on it because it might burn like through my clothes and shit like that, and probably burn me. So I'm never gonna do that. I don't know why it says the back. You probably have to sit up and place it like on top of your shoulder and having it fall back on your back. And I think that's I think that's it. I got some silk pants that kind of is like a house kind of lounge kind of pants. It's like $7. It is pretty long. Let me see. I put it right here. It's like lounge, silky, kind of like pillowcase kind of feel, but it looks like a newspaper kind of thing, but it looks like boxers, but it's not. This was only $7, 6.99. So this is just for something to wear like around the house type stuff, or like when it's hot, or I can go out just to kind of like chill mode. When you want to go chill, not wear sweats, you could wear just, wide leg, silky kind of feel and still look kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like you are wearing something nice. um and that's it. So just kind of like showing you guys that, but I haven't started to tell you guys of what's going on at the job. So my part-time job is still cool. Like I gotta go over there at 3 o'clock today. Okay, but I didn't go to my morning shift, which was 5 a.m. I usually wake up at 2, and I'm not liking how that's going. um the job is very like intense to do the chef, only because um the only reason why I say that is because there's no dishwasher. You have to wash all your appliances, all your utensils, anything that you use, the blender, um, anything, the pots to, the baking sheets, your spatulas, everything that you're using, you have to wash it right after. So you can't leave it there for anybody else to wash. There's only 3 people inside the kitchen. There's one cook, and there's 2 dietary aides, and there's one kitchen manager. The kitchen manager sits inside the office, and the 2 dietary aides are basically the ones that finishes the tray, which is where they put the milk, the juice, the straw, the butter, finishes it off and closes the plate, where we have to serve the plate. This is like cafeteria, like rehabilitation center. None of these patients are sitting in a dining room. My part-time job, they are sitting in a dining room. They're independent. So the seniors go and sit down on whatever table that is their favorite, okay? And they sit down there and they eat. So I'm the server. I serve them hot water for tea. I serve them coffee for for drinks, and cranberry orange juice and apple juice and stuff, whatever, and then their meal. But there's other stuff to do. It's not so bad, because here at this part-time job there's only like 15 residents. We call them residents, but they are patients, and they have their own apartment rooms. They call them apartment rooms, but they're really like in a big, like 2-story little building, and they stay in their rooms. It's not like a hospital facility kind of look like we're in Livermore. Um, it's like hospital. It's like you see these things on their hospital beds, and there's 2 in each room. And so we don't work on the outside, we work in the kitchen. And so I'm supposedly supposed to be a chef, and I've been training for the past last week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And so the person that was training me is gay, and he's a dude, and I had no problem. He's Filipino. Okay, so when they're like, they think that you're your own kind, they kind of feel like they're comfortable. But he doesn't know that, like, I don't speak their language. I don't speak Philippine. I just only understand. You know what I'm saying? So let me show you guys my little clock. You guys like my little clock I bought at Ross. This is one of the things that I bought too. It's a little alarm clock. Um, but yeah. And so like he thinks that like I could fit into something where he feels like, okay, if I talk to her in this language, am I going to like, have her, feel comfortable with me? So now in the job, there's certain things that you know, you are not like all the way like happy with, because there's some certain things that are hard work too. So as far as with him, he's been doing it for 2 years, but I see some of the flaws, like some of the stuff that he can't get done. Like he burnt the bacon, I had to fix that for him. So there's no assistant cook, it's only just a cook. Okay. Other jobs that I've been at, there's assistant cooks. There's a cook, there's a kitchen manager, which is also either a chef and can do the job too. And there's an assistant cook. This is the first time I've ever been to a place that does not have a dishwasher or doesn't have an assistant cook. So you have to be the main cook. So there were certain areas where he messed up at and he tried to have me fix them, which I had no problem because I was in training. So I'm thinking like I'm gonna be comfortable here. You know what I'm saying? As far as like with the stuff that needed to be done. But then as far as like when I was starting to see how much of quantity they needed, it's like you have to prepare. It's not just a main course, a side, and a dinner roll. Okay, there has to be alternatives and there has to be three different kinds of textures. It has to be, one is pureed, and that's for the patients that cannot chew and just have to swallow. There's a second, so there has to be at least a container like this, and you have to make that as a puree. And then the second one has to, it's called minced and moist. So that one is a little bit textured to a puree and a minced. And then there's a third where it's just bite size. So, and you have to make these in three, like if it has, is it'll be like green peas. Okay. The green peas have to be pureed, and then the mince and moist have to be the same kind. It's green peas of the same three, but you have to do it for mostly a vegetarian. So there's the pureed alternative, which is probably going to be tofu, like what we've been doing. Then there are the stir fry is more like the bite size. And then if they can't eat bread, you have to puree their bread with butter and hot water. And it's like how many things there are to get it done within 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay. You know that I'm more like into the timing part when it comes to like when I'm in the kitchen over here. Like I don't like to spend no more than an hour and a half, but I kind of just kind of work my way just to do my hourly kind of like earning, and just try to like chit chat and stuff like that. But as far as like with them, it's like a nonstop. You're pacing back and forth with a very, very small kitchen. It's the smallest kitchen I've ever seen. Okay. And this is a rehabilitation center in Livermore. Um, Even at my part-time job here in Hayward is small, but it's a two-story. It's only just, a little up and down. This Livermore is a one floor, but it's like a rehabilitation center that carries like about 100 people. So we're feeding how much? Where as far as I know, in the my part-time job in Hayward, there's that many residents, but in the dining room, there's only about 20 to 25, but it's cut down to like I think like 18 or 20. So I'm really like um lucky for my part-time one, and they are asking me for a little bit more hours. So I don't really have to worry about the full-time one. I'm not like a fucking quitter too. Like I don't like to say no to money that's being earned where it's above $20. But if there's no dishwasher, and the lady even said here too, like when you deal with hot, got you on my stand right here, like hot, like during while you're cooking and stuff like that, and you're moving, pacing back and forth, getting vegetables and putting meat on the pots and stirring, and you're close to the oven, you're putting the fish cod on the baking sheet, and you're constantly like trying to see if it's done, and you know you got the bacon in there, because mind you, I have to do breakfast and lunch. Okay. um the breakfast part is like you have to puree eggs, you have to puree bread, you have to puree the vegetarian part, the tofu, and then you have to do the bite size, and then you have to do the mince and there's each sections that are multiples. So with that, it's like, and then there's a main, the regular, it's called a regular. That is the regular, on the menu. Say like if you're having a sausage patty that has a bagel, that person doesn't like bagel, you have to give them either an alternative, which is toast, or the puree bread. So you're with all these things that is more than usually of what I see in different kitchens. And I do get it. It's more of because patients have to be in their favor, like in their favor, because of their feeding, because they are in rehab. I do get it, like you're supposed to help these people, when it's lunchtime, when it's breakfast time, when it's dinner time, is you're just trying to help them. And you're really looking at your job like this is what you're supposed to like succeed in to earn, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like with all of that, I see the timing and it's not going to like work with my time in the morning at 5 a.m. And I think they're having trouble to find a cook. And the person that is dealing with breakfast and lunch is a man. So I feel like he has more manpower to kind of like work around getting things in high places and like carrying big ass pots that you have to make grits, like you make, cream of wheat and cream of rice, and it's big old pots full of, I mean, not even where my hand is, it's like, you know what I'm saying, a pot this big and full of water, and you have to transfer that to from the sink to the stove, and then you have to put it on like on top of another pot that has a little bit of water. And it's like, then you have to constantly stir that, so you can't even work on something else, and he's telling me to go stir that while he works on something else. So it's like, I don't understand how he kind of like feel like he's doing what he's supposed to be doing when I'm not there. So the timing of his could be a little bit off. But then as far as with me, it's like I'm the one that's catching all of your shits that you're missing. So I'm like, the manager didn't get there till 2 hours later after I start at 5. And it's like she wants to know everything of what's going on, if he's doing the actual like right training. And he's Filipino. So the whole time he was training me, he was talking to me in my language. And he's lucky that I understood him the whole time. Like I understood all of the words that he was saying. It's just that like I don't like the part when it's like if I do something wrong, he gets mad. Like, and it's like, no. And that was only within 3 days. And the girl that was a dietary aide, she was like even telling me, she was like, oh hell no, I don't like how the hell he's even talking to you like that and all that. So like she's like, I've been noticing how he's like doing all, she's over there like she's half black and half Filipino. And she was like, no, he's been having like a hard time trying to train like these people. Like all the people that we've been hiring here leave. And I'm like, how long do they stay? They're like, shit. As like, she was like, look what happened to that other girl that got training with you. I mean, interview with you in the little orientation. She left that same day she came in. So there was another girl that was orientated the same day as me. Okay, we sat in the orientation room for 5 hours. There was a black girl from Stockton. Okay, and we was sitting there, we watched a little video. We had like a fucking folder that was this fat because I guess the policies of them didn't want to put it fully into like videos of watching. Or I guess it was more because it was a different kind of facility. It was more like a rehabilitation instead of like a memory care kind of like senior living, like a senior assisted living. Is more like housing. You know what I'm saying? This is not a housing place. This is a rehabilitation center. So the girl, she came in and it was my first day and she was there too. And I'm over here like back here where like the stove and you know what I'm saying, like the area of like where it's hot. And she's on the other side where all the trays are, where you put the silverware, the napkins, you know what I'm saying, put the coffee underneath the carts and the hot water kennels and stuff like that. And she's over there like just looking at the other girl, the half Filipino, half black girl. And I'm already in cool with the half Filipino, half black girl. Like, we already just connected like that. And so black girl Jay, let's call her Jay. She ain't got my YouTube channel, but she stayed she started at 11 to 7. I started at 5 a.m. and was getting off at 1:30. So I only got to see her for 2 hours. The 2 hours that she had stayed was just off, because then I'm like going to lunch, I'm taking a 15-minute break, and she's still in there. So I'm like, when I left, trainer girls, dietary aid supposed to be training her. And so I guess, that's what they're doing. She can't be like, I mean, it's still in the same area, but I want to get the fuck out of there because it's 5. I'm waking up early. I still want to go back home and go fucking lay in my bed. And so I heard the next day that she didn't she just stayed all the way to 7. She never came back the next day. So I was waiting for her the second day at 11. She never showed up. So the other dietary aide, she was like, I don't know what happened. She was just like this. I'm like, what happened? Like, what? Like, she didn't want to wash dishes. So basically, that's what it is. So the number one problem with this area of in Livermore, okay, it's a rehabilitation center. I don't want to say the name, but so if you are a cook, you have to wash your own dishes. You have to wash your own appliances and everything else. Um, the dietary aide has to wash all of the patient's plates, silverware, cups, and their little small little like dessert, where they put cookies or anything like that. And there's how many of them? There's like about 80. Okay, so like there's about like 60, but you're making extra. Okay, so you have to lay out at least 6 or 10 more plates out there. So that's like 75. But I'm thinking like they still make extras for like some of the workers that work inside that that building. There are CNAs, nurses, and LVNs, but they bring their own food. But sometimes it kind of works the way around with administration, the staff, that janitors and stuff like that. So they might bring their own food and they might just not like it. They might eat it or not. Like we eat, I'll just take a little, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I stayed for 3 days. I was supposed to come back today. I told her today, this morning. Thank you. Um Today I texted her at 4:50. Like, I woke up at 2 o'clock. My alarm took off at 2, and I went back to sleep because I already knew I had. Okay, so my ups were supposed to, like, I was in that like succeed type like energy throughout when I got the second job. You're not supposed to be a quitter, but if you have to cook and wash because they don't want to fucking hire a dishwasher, that's not my fucking problem. I'm not getting paid to fucking be a dishwasher. I'm getting paid to fucking cook. And now the lady right next door tells me, she's like, if you touch hot and cold, you will get arthritis. And I'm like, I was thinking, I was like, you know what? You're right. I said, you know what? You are right. Put it low. I'm like, you are right. She's like, yeah, you work with all that shit, touching the foods, and then you go from that appliance or that special, and start putting it, and then you start going to the dishwasher and you start scrubbing and all. I was like, but they use a sprayer, and she's like, no, even though she's like, you're still touching water, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, I didn't even really, even think of that, because there's something that's like, you know, working with your hands and hot and cold. And she's like, no, you can get and carpal tunnel. So I know that, but the arthritis part I didn't really think about. And she was like mentioning that, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's. I'm like, dude's been doing that shit for 2 years. I don't know how much he's getting paid. He probably is getting paid like 24, 25 since the last 2 years. But my pay rate was at 22. Okay, I thought I was supposed to get 23, but she's like, you're still new, so you could work your way up to 23 to 24, when you get a little bit like better after, what I'm saying, 90 days and stuff like that, after, a year. And I'm thinking like, okay, but then once I started seeing that nobody was washing the dishes, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm like, So I found another, like, well, I didn't find another job yet that I'm in, but I gotta work my resume and enter this part time in there so they could see that I'm doing. Because you can't just like be just having them to always question like, what, you said you didn't have another job and now you're saying you have another job. Like, it has to be in the resume. I'm gonna put my part time, which is the senior assisted living down the street. It's only 5 minutes away. um I work there from Friday to Monday, and I'm going to enter that in my, I guess, updated resume, because the last one was from the one where I got laid off because of census. Um, so I found one in Castro Valley, which is only 15 minutes earlier than Livermore, because Livermore is, no, Livermore is just, it's not even just the location. I could drive out there. It is what is going on in the kitchen that is not having me like, no, there's only 3 people in the kitchen and there's one manager. There's 2 dietary aides that take care of the trays, that's putting the juice, the butter, the silverware, the straw, the napkin, and then they finish it off and they put it in a cart. Okay, and there's 5 carts and they're tall as fuck. Like, if I'm standing up, you have to put 2 trays in each, and there's how many in there. Okay, so I don't mind to help, but it's just the 2 hours with having to wash after you're dealing with what you have. And like, I'm watching, I'm like, when he's done with that baking sheet with the bacon, the fish cod, whatever that he just put in the bacon oven, he takes off wax paper that's hot as fuck. I helped him a few times, so he's lucky for that. Hot oil, hot ass oil. He throws away the wax paper, and mind you, the tray is hot. Sometimes he forgets to put the glove on and he gets burnt. For me, I know how to work, like, even if the timing is still the 2 hours, like, what he does is he wipes it down, because he'll tell me in my language in Tagalog. He'll be like, oh yeah, it's less to wash, so you just wipe it down, the oil or whatever, what kind of towel he was using, and then he puts it back. And I'm like, okay, it's part of kitchen, it's not like it fell, or it's laying on a corner somewhere where it's, collecting dust and shit. It's just a little oil and you just wipe it down. And it was under wax paper, so I could see if something fell on the floor and you're gonna fucking reuse it, and I seen that shit, I'm gonna be like, oh hell no. Like, what the fuck, you guys have workers over here doing shit like that? Like, hell no. No, 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 no. I don't work with people like that. Hell no. Not if you're gonna do that shit and you put that shit to the fucking pot, and then you're gonna say, oh, okay, everybody got their meal. Okay, you want some leftover? You want some? And I'm thinking like, oh my god, I'm hella fucking hungry. Like, oh my god, I don't want to eat. And then I didn't think about what the fuck just happened. And I'm gonna eat that shit. Oh hell no. You have to know and remember these things. You cannot just like think that it's okay for you to just grab. Like, you can remember that one shit that they used for that goddamn fucking that one goddamn fucking pot that they fucking use or whatever the shit. Like, you can remember what they used with that, but other than that, like, what you touch, myself and whatever was okay, and that's what the fuck I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. Like what you said, EMA. I hope you hit that like button. I know you saying that I'm kind of like talking over here, you know. It's been a whole week and I mean the pay is cool. It's just that no. Hey, these things happens even like at Burger King, McDonald's, you just don't see these things. But as far as with me, no, no, no. If some falls, I'm tossing that shit, I'm getting another one. You feel me? So right now I can just kind of sit back a little bit and do a little story kind of thing that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I still got my little part-time. I'm gonna heat up my little heating pad on me. um what is this? Y'all talk to me now. Yeah, the algorithm is cool. You know, my views are very high only because when people do scroll, they probably think I'm a certain country of theirs, either a Latin, Latina, Indian, or a Philippine. And so these people are kind of like wondering like, what is she about? So, and I'm not gonna go overly to say like, oh, the views are helping me with hours. They do click as a view, but they have to stay in to have me earn. You know what I'm saying? So yep. Um, yeah, so the it's and I'm like catching him. I love a challenge, you know what I'm saying? Like anything that's in the kitchen, like it's a challenge. It's like you have to beat the time. Okay, you could even be a little bit earlier and beat what you just finished. If you've been doing this for 3 years, 2 years, you are going to. It's like um it's fitted in your brain. You already know what you're going to do the next day. You see the menus, it's a recipe book. California, yes. And so you look at it the day before, so what you're going to get for the next day, you're going to see what you are going to be preparing. Okay, it's just like when you are feeding your own kids, they'll say like the night before like, oh, I don't want to have this tonight, can I have this tomorrow night? And you'll be like, okay, so you'll know what to do for the next morning. It's kind of like something like that. But as far as with him, he wasn't doing none of that with me. He wasn't training me properly. He wasn't just like, oh, go look at the recipe book, that's what we're supposed to be having. He'll tell me that, but there's sizes, there's initials that says mm. How the fuck was I supposed to know what an mm means? And then he tells me later, by the time we're already serving, oh, this is called mince and moist. That's what the start. I didn't get that till the third day. Like, come on now. If you're going to train me, please train me the correct way. If you show me, okay, so in the olden times, when we want to learn something, like back from the country, wherever you're from, you watch like how the people cook. Say the natives, they might have dug a hole in the ground because in my country, that's what they do. Okay, they dig like in Africa, in my country, in the Latino world. I know Central America, El Salvador, you know, some of the Guatemala, they'll dig a dirt and then they'll even what was that place? The Caribbean? I mean, no, not the Caribbean, but somewhere over there, Haiti and all these places, Barbados and all these places, they have the same method. They'll put the banana leaf palm tree to cover it up where the coals and the stuff that they're burning on underground, and then they put like the damn fresh fish and seafood and in there that's just folded up in leaves. And it's traditional in our my culture. That's for like a big event, a birthday, just a big event, you know what I'm saying? Somebody special, somebody came down and you're trying to greet them, um like health and whatever comes, better prosper, stuff like that. If it comes to like family with their new family. You know what I'm saying? So I was talking about the dirt stuff, right? And then with the cooking. So yeah, like with the recipe book, you doing is what you're reading off of what you are trying to be focused on. But if you're not focused on the recipe book because you want to watch, because in the olden days we used to watch, right? We just watch our grandmas and mothers to cook off of the stove or off of the kitchen table, what they're like setting up and stuff like that, what they're like, peeling and, wrapping. Because in my culture, we make like lumpias, we make egg rolls and stuff like that. So it's a lot of like peeling the little egg, egg, sheet wrapper. Flour is made out of, egg and flour. And we make the rolls with that. And it's like, I watched these things since I was like 5. You know what I'm saying? I used to have to peel off of the wrappers. Each one, there's like how many that's all stuck together. They're called lumpia egg wrappers or something like that. I haven't used them in a while. It's been years, but I know I made some lumpias in 2022 when I was in my apartment in Fairfield, and I do have some reels, some shorts on that back in my page. So if you guys see that, it's a part of something where I was frying up, 3 pieces in a little frying pan or whatever. And that's traditional. We do these things if it's a special occasion. It's just like the Latino. They'll make tamales and they'll sell it. It's either or. They'll sell it as a vendor or they'll have it as a birthday, a passing, like say a funeral, a wedding, just anything that's an event. It has to be like just a moment, a special moment that um, it's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Latinos do it. That's a tamales. Like, say if I was to eat a tamale today, there was a certain meaning for that. Okay, it's either because, say, like it's raining today, you're putting on a memory of, say, somebody close to you that either loves it or you've been around them and you showed it to them, that I was, I acknowledged it from what I knew and they actually saw me having it, or somebody passed and it's like um it's showing me, it's like a cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like say it's raining today. It's like the gods. There's gods out there. You know what I'm saying? I can't get too like overly kind of like explaining. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, there's certain moments of like say when it's raining, there's certain gods that will show like of what, you know what I'm saying, that's what's been happening in the past few days. It could be the number on the calendar. It could be something that's coming up, like my mom's birthday is coming up on the 23rd. I have a lot of cousins that are born December 20, well, a guy cousin December 23rd, the other one is December 22, and then there's one at December 30th, and then my mom is December 23rd. So there's how many in like around my family, but that doesn't necessarily think like for them those are my cousins. So they don't have anything that's kind of like in the aspects of tamales in like right now, as far as with um having them be close to me. I think it's something else that I was probably part of before. um but I just don't want to mention it because I don't deal with um I mean, like, I do still mess with my Latinos. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still do have my El Salvadorian friends, and that's special. So they still keep that close to me. That's something that is like you work with your hands. It's like you don't want to overly, like, say like that kitchen shit, that's over stress. I am not gonna, even though I could handle pacing back and forth to like grab pots and pans and like flip shit. Like there was like a video that I seen yesterday morning. It was a POV. It was a person in the kitchen, and it's called Solo something. It was one man and he was fucking moving in the kitchen. I was like, damn, but he didn't have to wash it. So that's just the only bad part about what's going on with this situation. So I just wanted to kind of go on to talking about that. But I'm on to this. I'm gonna do this little quick resume, little update, just a few little typing whatever what areas of kind of like the nature is of where this assisted living is. It's only down the street from where I'm at, and it's exactly the same kind of job as how I was having at the memory care in Fremont. Okay, it's a memory care and dementia assisted living in Fremont that I was working at in August, and I stayed there till October until they laid me off because a lot of residents were, the number count was going low. Okay, so that's one bad thing here in California when um you got to have your money like put away, you know what I'm saying? And this YouTube thing I do want to mention too doesn't look like they pay a lot, even though, like, say you get 50,000 views and you're running ads and your revenue is 145. You're not caring about subscribers because you're already monetized. You're already monetized, so you're collecting. But um what I wanted to say was that when somebody says that $5,000 is not enough to to use, because it's very easy to use within, say, it's just like pocket money to me. When somebody says that 5,000 or $10,000 is not nothing nowadays, and you're working on YouTube to make $200 off of, say, December 10, I mean, no, say from November 10 to December 10, and that's 1 month. That's a 28 or 30-day cycle, and you're making $145 or $200 off of 30 days, and that's your revenue with, say, 1,000 subscribers, say, like, as far as with me, and I only get 30,000 views per that month. I'm not sure if that's even 30,000 views per month, but it's giving you that revenue for that cycle. And you have 12 months in 1 year. So you want to make 1,000, say, say whatever, 1,500 off of a year. And you're talking about $10,000 ain't shit to use nowadays, and I don't know what the fuck. I'm just saying, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You got to either make your choices within saying that if that money's put away, that $10,000 that's put away and the $10,000 that you have right here on hand without the YouTube, then that means you're doing fine. Okay. Publicity, you showing yourself to the screen, YouTube live, just to kind of like, you're bored, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, they're bored, they ain't got nothing else, you know what I'm saying? Is because I know that, like, the algorithm, it could change, okay, but sometimes when say it fluctuates from when you never paid for subscribers. Like you can look at other YouTubers out there. Okay, there's some YouTube pages that kind of like want to do the gossiping and go back and forth and then pay for subscribers, and then their views are up. Okay, but there's a lot of trolls that just like, I mean, like as far as like right now, it's a Monday, people are supposed to be at school, people are supposed to be at work, but let me turn on this heater. But this shit feels good right here. Okay, it's warm. This is warm right here. All right, I hope that people are not getting like under me to be like, oh, what the fuck is she talking about? Like she just want to, don't want to shut her mouth. You know, she's talking overly, like to try and think like she know everything. No, I'm just saying what is, I don't want to not be real. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing to do when I'm here, especially that if somebody knew me like personally, my dad will tell you, most of my family will tell you, like, she is not scared to say what she has to say, and she will say it. And she is a very, very strong as, yeah, let's just call me a chica, okay? But my dad, my mother, even my daughter will even say some shit like that. You know, that's why my daughter gets a little bit, I don't want to say intimidated, but she's a little bit kind of like not knowing what to like, how to feel about a certain situation when it comes to me. She wasn't really like raised from, you know what I'm saying, in her youth to when she was 17. She stayed in the Philippines since she was 7 years old till she was 17. And she only lived with me out here till when she was born to 7. But I kept going to the Philippines to visit her. You know what I'm saying? Like years, like once a year. So, you know, I'm very like international, you know what I'm saying? Going back and forth. It's like it ain't nothing, you know what I mean? And that's in my country, that's the Philippines. But like she's older now, you know. I don't have to like tell her what to like, how to feel, or like if you want to chill with me. You know, like I asked her if she wanted to do something. I forgot what it was. It was I forgot what it was. It was not too long ago before she left to the Philippines. She left like around like 2 months ago. She was here. But the thing is that knowing how to like put yourself, as far as, I don't want to say like, oh, is it because it's not your time to put yourself on YouTube? Hell nah. This shit right here ain't like, it's just like, what, you know what I'm saying, nowadays you can just hit the, you can hit the, you know, the little live button. But um as far as like with you talking, some people like to hear their own voice while they're recording themselves. Okay, I'm not that type of person. If I want to explain something, just like how I'm talking right now, that's the whole entire, like, it's just it's a stream, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what that is. A lot of people will be like, oh, who's that? Oh yeah, you could tell, you could tell that person's like that, you could tell that person's like that, you could tell that person's like that, you know what I'm saying? um and it's only like the content will bring the people to you, having them to look at your creative, you know, creative ways of like showing things. It could be art, like say, oh, you know, this is the museum, and you know, like, and then you start showing statues of shit, you know, like the wars. And if you can go to these travel and things like this and even show like, you know, like say how it became like so evil, like say dirty, like how it became, you know, so like um committing, like, you know, to that part where there was a lot of like deaths and shit, and now they have like, and now this is how it looks like. And you know, like it could be like national, what is that called? Geographic and shit like that. I know that's a lot of people's favorite, you know, even like as far as with me, I look like I'm young, but I'm not, I'm not going to say that it's not historic, like, how do you say, like, it's not part of like in my ways of me wanting to like be outspoken. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with talking like that. So, and for me to just kind of like get on the screen like this is more to kind of show about how you would kick some, you know what I'm saying, um agreements with the people who you want to have to interact with you. Like, say, I know you're saying a lot of stuff right here, and it's basic simple questions and stuff like that, and I people do like to comment um back on certain kind of questions, and they can keep going with it, and then it'll be like a conversation where I'm going to start asking you like, oh, how did your something 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 feel about this, or how did you became about how it made you successful or something. So it could be something like that as far as with conversation between me and you. It could be like one of those contents where it can go like on this, you know, live stream and shit like that. But if it's just like talking and talking and talking and talking, it's like it kind of gets a little irritating, really. Can you call me and read me a bedtime story? Hell no. Nope. You said hell no. You have a great storytelling skills. And you said hell no. Oh, that was part of the food. If I left you my number, you're funny. You thought I was tired Vietnamese? But yep, that's just all I'm saying. Most of I think that even sometimes too, when people have um say 350,000 subscribers, and they get like 10,000 views, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's an algorithm, plus it's sometimes where that person had paid for views, and it's like your revenue is not really, and the revenue is not even high. So it's kind of like, you know, and they don't even do lives like the time, like they'll post, it'll be like people that don't do live stream, okay, and there are some million YouTuber pages that have their pages and only upload videos, but it gets a lot of fucking views. It gets like, you know, 50,000, 75,000, 16,000. It's always like above, it's always like above, you know, 20,000 or 16,000, and they have a million subscribers. If you get 16,000 views on a video that's like 3 minutes, that is part of money where you are collecting in a revenue. But okay, how many videos are you posting, right? So you can get lucky off of some contents because it's interesting to people, the people that are watching, and it's like, what about the other, you know, that's not keeping up with your your subscriber count? It's like, I feel like the paid is just not, I don't know, like I can't, it's not I'm not going to trust it. It's just like I'm not going to believe that it's adding. You know what I'm saying? Where it's actually making you, um, I don't even know what to say, because there's so many YouTubers out there that are like, that have money before the YouTube. So it's like you can't even tell how much really they're making off of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the ones that are trying, like say like this Vietnamese girl, she has a million subscribers. Well, she has 1.8 subscribers. She's a Vietnamese girl, and she only uploads videos, but she gets her number count like, and she never started out with lives to put as far as to get monetized with hours. She never did live streams like that. Like I said, she probably paid to get the subscriber count to get to the monetization. And then with the watch time hours, she probably did something with that. Because if you look at her wall, there's no lives. It's just videos, but it's in a later year. Like say she started 3 or 4 years ago. And that 1 3-minute video only catched how many views, and then you're all of a sudden monetized. Like it don't make no sense. So she must have done something to get that. You get what I'm saying? So as far as like with me, I'm looking at it as a live stream. People that do lives, how much is in the difference between that person that's the 1 million subscriber and then the person that say like has 10,000 subscribers, but he constantly puts lives and he has like, you know, uh, 1,000 views. Okay, so with that kind of difference between videos and live streams, the revenues is going to look like, it's like probably the timing part of how much um the people are like, you know how sometimes when you put on YouTube search, that is an actual that's an actual view to look at your YouTube page. Yeah, I noticed that back like 2 or 3 years ago. So it's not just viewing your video or viewing your short or viewing your, it's like actually YouTube search. They're looking for you. That's an actual count. Okay. So if you posted a video, okay, that's when you're already in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So the person that have never done live streams and had a monetization that had a 3-minute video with a less number count of views to get them monetized doesn't make sense. Now, a person that has 10,000 subscribers that did live streams forever and years to get monetized, and then the revenue is not making anything. It's like, how did that person that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't, like, it's just, I don't know. I guess the person that is with the 1 million subscriber, like, it's constant. Because there's this one area um, that say like when this live ends, it'll say explore topic. It'll say comment, live chat, explore topic. The explore topic will say summarize. That you, do you want this video to summarize? So that topic is letting me, I'm the host, it's recording. It's an AI. It's an AI saying everything that's in this story, everything that I'm mentioning right now is in there, right? So what I'm trying to say is that from the algorithm of people that type in content like searches, I guess they have certain kind of, you know what I'm saying, like boxes of a title, like just one word, and then you're going to be fit into that. So it could be where you're located too. So I mean, you know, as far as with me, I don't really like, I'm not really like caring too much about the location and like my content title. because it is just what it is. If I just create something where I feel like this is what I'm doing right now, this is just what I'm doing right now. The other people that have 1 million subscribers that's doing the exact same thing but they get more views is because, like I said, there's somehow some way that they got their shit monetized. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I'm not going to figure out right now. I'm just trying to get my hours because this is just how it's working. Um, you know, I can only just go on to where I feel like if I have something to talk about, I'm going to put it on 4. And then I'm going to put it on. So the timing is 2, 4 hours, 6 hours, or 8 hours. Okay. It's going down. So 2, I'll put it on 2. I do have to get ready soon. It's 1:35. I do have to go at my job at 3. I already kind of freshened up a little bit. I just need to tie up my hair and you know, I gotta eat. I'll probably show you guys what I'm gonna go eat, but I think I'm gonna get off of over here. Just wanted to do a little update about what's going on in that second job. I am going to try and look for another one, but I'm still on this little part-time where I'm very lucky. Is very less work to do at this part-time, but it's still something where you still have to focus because there are some resident patients that I have to remember their diets. So there's one, he can't have spinach. There's one, he can't have potatoes and starch. There's another one, there's 3 of them that are shellfish allergies. You have to remember these names, and then you have to remember all of the names where they sit in the dining room. Like that person sits there, that person sits there, that person sits there, that person sits there, and there's like how many in one day, which was yesterday, I got all of their names just by yesterday. With the names that I didn't like, who I didn't know, he had to tell me their names, and then after 10 minutes, he was like, "Okay, who's that? And who's that? Who's that?" And I'm like, "That's that. That's that." And I got it all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got it all right. Man, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Was you the one that hit the thumbs up? Shit, I know there's a whole lot of people over here trying to think like what's going on with me and like what am I doing and stuff like that, and she over here talking and stuff. No, it's about something that it's like either I kept the money or I didn't. You know what I'm saying? That's just that. So it is what it is. Okay. Um, but yeah, that was the last. Let me see. That was the last live I did December 10. What's today? The 16th. It's only been 6 days. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna start like all fucking day and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This YouTube is not like, no, it's the like the publicity of wanting attention is not. This is only like documentation. It's like you feeding into what you have dated. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to accept what you have said. You can't just keep saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. Like what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm going to go do this about this resume. Okay. And it's not going to be in 1 month that I'm going to show you guys what happened. I'm going to come back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to like, okay, so what I'm trying to say is like, even if I do come back a month, 6 months, that's for nothing for you guys to even like, you know what I'm saying? Be up like not knowing what the fuck. Like, who gives a shit? Like, come on now. The fucking attention is not gonna fucking be there. Even if I am monetized, the attention is not going to be to the point where it's like, okay, I'm done with my hours. I don't need to fucking like start like being on my, like, you know what I'm saying, my personal, being so fucking comfortable and showing like, nah. Because if I know that I'm fucking, if I already know that I'm real as fuck, if I know that how people look at me here and anywhere else, and I don't see like, you know, and I know that money is being put in my pockets the correct way, then you got to think about who the people who you're having, you know. It's like they greet you, they greet you, they greet you like, oh, what's up, what's good, you know, just stopping by. Like, yeah, those are those. It's always gonna be there. There's always going to be new people. Ain't nobody. This is what I'm gonna say too. A person had said, that's old. This person is old. Ain't nobody old. JT, the bigger figure, is old. Okay, he's been around. He hasn't just ain't coming back around. So if you're saying if JT came back and you saying I'm old, that don't make no sense. Because if he's still here and I'm still doing what I'm doing through this screen, that doesn't make me old. You get it? There's no such thing as that. Like you could say that person is old. That person just happened to come back. Okay? Because if I'm still popping up in this screen, that doesn't mean I'm old. You know what I'm saying? So you can't like come off those like negativity, trying to put negative like towards my way. You know, I tried to like just make it clear that that's not going to be it. You ain't going to be talking to somebody that's like as far as when somebody say, "Oh, Cuddy and JT is that shit is old." Okay. All this shit is old and everybody's moving forward, okay? So you can't say that I'm old cuz I'm moving forward. Cuz if JT moved forward, what does it look like that I'm doing? If I'm posting what I'm doing of making things go round and round, money in my pockets, or having my car break down is something that is still in life right now. It's in the movement. It's live. It's like been happening. It's outside. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say the stuff that I'm doing is old or what I've had done to make it back from right now is not old. Because everybody that you see in Cuddy and JT shit is what everybody is looking at, to look at what they're talking about in their comments and talk about, oh yeah, that person's cool, but that other person ain't, because that person's a culture vulture or some shit. That person just doesn't know what that. Yeah, it's always going to be a topic about who you don't like. It's just like pros and cons. There's people you don't like and there's people that you do like, but you have to recognize some of the things about what other people try and say uh about certain wherever you know what I'm saying, where I put in my stance like in this shit. So I gotta get ready. And I don't care about the thumbs up, whoever's that's putting the numbers up and shit like that or whatever, you know. um It don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as like when this season, everybody's trying to wait till like, oh, let's let the year pass and everything is in the past. I can't wait till 2025 because 2025 is going to be a new year, and that's the year that I thought about what I was planning. It's not always going to be 100% all the way where you wanted it to be like that. It could be some success in certain areas, or you can just fall into just having it naturally be like that. That is true. Shit, you could fucking die on the day of, January 1st, just like my brother. My sister's husband, my half brother, died on January 1st. I was just speaking to the dishwasher at my part-time job where I'm about to go soon. Because he keeps talking about his mother. He has a he has a disability, and he's a dishwasher, so he's funny. But he told me about a death of his mother, and I told him that, yeah, I do understand. You know what I'm saying? Like my sister's husband, he passed away at an early age, 40 years old, to have a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? And he knows that I give and I show at those certain times when it comes around being in certain areas where you have been and where you're at and shit like that. So stuff could be spiritual wherever you're at too. But as far as like what I'm saying, what I'm doing and shit like that, 2025 is it's more like trying to make it happen where you have to make sure that you're not going to fall off. Okay? Because people could say that, like what I just said, like really just like what I just said. Like you got to make it happen in 2000, because this is what it's going to, you know what I'm saying? This is what it's going to be. 2025 is just where it's just like I'm gonna be in this part of, area, or I'm going to be at making this, and I'm going to be having this, and I'm going to be having that. Like they can do that. You know what I'm saying? But I look at shit naturally. If shit just happens, say like the next door neighbor, that person, you found out that person passed away, like it's just an ongoing, you know what I'm saying? And everybody is just gonna try and just do their best, you know what I'm saying? It's just people putting things where it's like overly, yeah. I'm not trying to say like, oh, okay, well, I don't know if I should trust that person because that person's just saying that. Let's just see. Like, I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to say that a lot of people talk about the new year because they don't want to put the old shit that's been in the past in their new year. I don't give a shit what the fuck happened the last year, what happened this year, what happened last year. I'll talk about it if I was talking about my old apartment and how the fuck that shit went, because that was in the past, and that was all good ass motherfucking money. That was $27,000 in my motherfucking pocket, left out of there with 7 grand because I couldn't keep up the apartment because I had lost that Texas Roadhouse um, job that was down the street. Try to look for 5 other jobs, but they couldn't hire me in Fairfield. So I said, fuck this. I'm not going to do a month to month and pay an extra, I think it was asking for an extra 300, or was it? No, it was asking for like another $100. So why would I try and keep looking for jobs out in that area if they weren't hiring me with only $7,000? I want a whole year that's stacked to overtake that while I'm working, so I can stack the money that I'm earning from my income and keep that money in my pocket while I don't touch that 7 grand. You understand? So naturally is how I feel about how everything runs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna grind. Everybody does that. I used to sell rocks in the fucking tenderloins. I used to do that shit. Everybody used to touch something out on the street that used to, you know what I'm saying, put some type of money away, you know, and shit like that. Like as far as like how I'm talking right now, like I could really just like how JT, you know, this is San Francisco, so I'm from the Bay Area. If whatever that you hear or whatever that is just like with the local rappers, you know, Messy, uh, um, the Jacka, you know, San Quinn, you know, rap, you know, everybody rapping Forte, like this is all the old school ass shit. So you can't say anything is old. Please believe that, because JT came back. So the shit that he kicks in this knowledge and what the fuck he's talking about is what's happening today. So whatever that what the fuck he wants to kick in right here is actually what he's trying to fucking grind on. What he's trying to grind on to make and earn. And that's what everybody should fucking do. Because if anybody that doesn't think like that is fucking abnormal, let's just say, because I don't want to say that RETARDED, you know what I'm saying? So let's just call them abnormal. And people that don't want to get off their ass. And the people that are just trolling, that don't show videos and shit like that, but like to pop up in people's fucking lives and put like stay on the comments type shit and be humble as fuck, that's only an interest of what that person likes about you. Because there are super chats and gifts and shit like that, you know, but it always dies. There's always something that either that person will get like irritated by, or like just, you know, don't mind them because they're not interested in them, or just like to keeping them around but really don't really chat with them. You know what I'm saying? So those there are those type of live streams that like right here. I could look at your comment, but you could fuck with me, but I'm gonna say something, right? But I'm not gonna over keep yapping about that same ass comment. It's not gonna be a over 3 hour type of fucking like back and forth about how you just popped up in here. Hell fucking no. It's what the fuck I just have in my thought, what the fuck I'm gonna say, and that's just like what the fuck that is. Ain't nobody trying to front on nothing around like what's going on. Cause I could speak professional back in a medical office, like for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? I can go talk to the manager in the kitchen. I can talk to the person in the front desk. Uh, you want to take my temperature and, you know, be stupid, or you know what I'm saying? Just like how people talk slang. They be like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to take you know, I'm just trying to check the temperature out here. You know, shit like that of like what's going on. But we could say that shit is old, but we still want to move like how we do. It's just don't put people in certain areas where you think like they are not anybody. You just have to be humble. You have to like just not think like this person is thinking about you like that. Like, oh yeah, this person is thinking about me because I'm so fucking like, I'm dark and I'm short and I'm not tall. So that person, you know, is like always mocking me about how dark I am or how short I am. And it's like it will always be a remembrance from them. But that doesn't make me having to like be a fucking bitch. No, it's not. It's not for anything for you to kind of like, oh well, yeah, let's remember that person, because that person, you know, if I fucking already knew that you was on the other side, and that's what how you felt, and you already figured the shit out. It's simple. Oh shit. Oh, you from the Bay? You from the Bay? You was I was more in Leavenworth. I was more on well, I mean, like, on Market and mostly Lev, because that's where all the Asians was. I was only 15 years old. 15, 1, 5. Fast. I know there's other parts in this world that don't, it's like by areas that, you know what I'm saying? But the city, San Francisco, that's the city. But anyways, let me get off of here because it's already yeah, I gotta go to work in about an hour. So I only, I go to work just down the street. It's not even five, it's like 5 minutes away. And yeah, so hopefully I'll get back onto, saying some other shit. I gotta go brush my teeth and get to work. So gotta go. Bye. Peace, y'all. And this video, even though you don't catch my live stream and you guys peep out like saying, oh, this is what she's about, just don't think of that person is not doing like what they supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Cause I know that, like, even if I'm not on camera, I'm not trying to over put attention towards my way. It's only just me allowing, like JT, he is a speaker. I'm a speaker, okay? But if I'm on your page, that means I'm commenting on your page. I'm not just trying to salute you. I'm trying to either put a question out there because from past videos or past lives that you remembered about that person, you could always bring those things back up just to kick in something where it could lead the people into remembering something. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about like trying to just put back and forth as, you know what I'm saying, gossip type, like beef type shit. Like, come on now. How I look at beef is really beef in the fucking street. That's how the fuck I look at shit. Like, really. Over here, but I don't. Like, I really don't. I don't look out like I gotta go, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go to the store and I look like a little kid acting like, oh, what's this? I'm not the street type person no more. But when we get on here, we could be a speaker. So for the YouTubers that do want to do and create something where they feel that they can kick in something where their energy is still, trying to let the young ones know that it's not possible for you guys. It's not like this. It's always trying to be open. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't just be selfish. A lot of people are selfish nowadays, and I'm not one of them. But let me get off of here because I only got an hour. So peace, y'all. And for the people that do watch my video, just please just don't try to, you know what I'm saying, put anything other than like trying to be like, oh, she ain't trying to do, she ain't got, and let's see, and this and that, and she got a health, or I mean a mental and all this shit. Like, fuck no. I keep my shit to myself, and I really plainly just like, you know, it's very like, I don't know if it's a word, but like I don't know, but yeah, y'all just think of that. But yep, y'all give me that timing, and thank y'all for that. Because that's just what it is. I'm just telling y'all how, you know what I'm saying, an hour and 34 minutes, the people that just stayed up in here, that's just what it is. So gotta go. Peace. And I'll put some more. I got a video of me eating some crab, breaking it up, them little, you know what I'm saying, them shells, and steaming it up and all that stuff. I'm gonna post that tomorrow, probably tonight. So peace, y'all. Bye.